Good afternoon, Careers Hub viewers. Welcome to our first edition of Careers Bistro. My name is Tonole Mungoba, and this is the show where we celebrate the different corporate and business winners in today's world. For our first show today, I am joined by Ms. Esther Hamukoto, founder and customer relationship manager of Esh-Ham Business Consultants. Welcome to the show, Esther.
Thank you, Tonole.
So first things first, I want to dive into it. Congratulations on celebrating a 7-year milestone within the industry. First of all, please share with us, what is your secret? How did you survive within 7 years or for 7 years in the industry?
All right. Thank you so much for that question.
Yeah.
Okay, as a business consultant, and I work directly with SMEs, let me say, to be specific, aspiring entrepreneurs and startup entrepreneurs. So it was a little bit, it's still challenging. It has been a very challenging journey because I started my journey while I was still employed and I was still doing my studies in business administration. And then I saw the gap that there was actually a need for, there was already consultants definitely doing what I'm doing now, assisting people set up businesses and all that. But then I saw the niche and the gap that I can as well do that.
Yeah.
And then I've seen that during the past 7 years, I have actually grown as a consultant, seeing that my clientele as well has grown all over Namibia, and I'm still having clients that I've assisted since 2013 that still come back to Esh-Ham Business Consultants, get their either documents updated or get their new businesses registered if they are trying to expand into different areas. So there was quite challenges to say in terms of startup capital. I didn't have any startup capital. It's a service business. I didn't really need that much startup capital. And it's still a challenge knowing that as an SME, we don't really get access to, even if you want to expand, it's very difficult to get access to financing. It's still one of my major challenges. But as an individual, I think I've grown to say I've learned how to take care of my cash flow, and also in terms of saying that I save for rainy days. And as a business owner, being the only partner, the discipline comes where you know that you have to pay your employees at month end, your suppliers, like your landlord for the office. I've really learned so much about financial discipline and also just keeping the customers happy. As I say, during our 7th anniversary celebration, we've also awarded some of our long-standing customers that we've been with since day one, and some that really bring us a lot of repeat business. And it's because of the good customer service that we've been giving them, I assume. That's why they keep coming back. So customer service is one of our top priorities. For me, we don't compromise on customer service. And I make sure that my team is aware that clients, regardless whether they are new customers or old clients, are treated equal. We give them full attention so that we know that this is a way of making sure that they come back to Esh-Ham Business Consultants and to survive in a very competitive market. It's very competitive because being a consultant, there's no regulation to say you cannot be a consultant. So anybody can just wake up today and start a consulting firm. So me to stand out as a company, I think customer service was one of the priority, and delivering on time and making sure that your employees as well are well equipped with the latest techniques of the industry as well. So it's not all about offering a good customer service, but it's also about your employee development. Yes, and self-study. So I do a lot of improvements. I make sure that I'm studying, like now I'm doing my master's, and just to improve my MBA in business administration, and specializing in management strategy, because I want to expand. Since that I've created a clientele, I think it's time to go to expand in the industry. There's a room for expansion. So I can also start giving management strategy consulting to mostly to my clients. You see? As they start up their companies, they also need somebody to assist them in growing those companies. They also need somebody to assist them in growing those companies. So that's where I think I need to improve, so I can also be able to give them that service as well.
So Esther, you mentioned that Esh-Ham Business Consultants specializes in helping and develop business plans and business strategies and all of that when it comes to registering of businesses. So I would like to find out, what is the importance, if I wake up today and I would like to start a business, what is the importance of me having to register that business?
I know that there's a lack of not really, let's say a bit, lack of knowledge on, but people are really they're becoming aware that you cannot just start operating a business and it's not legal. It's illegal to operate an unregistered business, in sense that, you know, for me, as a customer, I wouldn't trust an unregistered business because, and also you as an individual, you are kind of in a constraint because let's say if you want financing to expand your business, the financial institutions need to have a registered business or documents in place for them to be able to assist you. You on the other side, your suppliers will not trust you if you don't have a registered business to give you on credit terms and all that. And on the other hand, if you don't have a registered business, you are not really guaranteed that the name, that specific company name that you're operating under is legally yours alone. You understand? But if you have it registered with all the different regulating authorities, then you are rest assured that if I'm operating Esh-Ham, that means it legally belongs to me because I know that with BIPA and wherever Social Security Finance, it's registered there as I am the owner or as we are the partners or whatever. It just makes it economical sense and it makes it saves you a lot of headaches to realize that somebody else is operating the same name in Hobabes, for example, while you're in Windhoek, feeling that it's your own company. And also the trust and also growth-wise, it opens doors for growth as well. When you have a registered business. It also makes you look professional though.
No, I agree. I agree with that.
There's so many other benefits.
Okay. I also like to find out, going forward, now that you have celebrated 7 years within the industry, tell us, where do you see Esh-Ham in the next 7 years?
The next 7 years, we are currently only having offices, or one office in Windhoek. And since I have just said earlier, we have a lot of, our clientele is all over Namibia. So what we do is just mobile now. We assist clients over the phone, email, and so forth. Those that are not in Windhoek. But my plans are to expand to other towns as well with time. It takes so I would love to expand to at least Swakopmund and maybe the north for now. The next, but not only that, as I said, I want to now grow the company into a full management strategy company, whereby now this clients has been registered. The next step is to assist them to grow those businesses, and not only SME. My main focus is SMEs because that's where the market is. But I would also want to grow it in terms of full management, consulting, customer service training. You know, just to help those businesses. Many businesses fail within the 2 years that they don't really go over the red line of 2 years because there's so much lacking. There's so much information lacking. Mostly because most of the SMEs that we register is a one-man business, you see. And as a one-man business like me, you need to do a lot of learning, and people are so much busy that they don't really have time to do self-study. So if they can hire us and say, okay, Esther, I've registered this business, what's the next step? So that's where I want to come in and make sure that our SMEs really grow to the next stage, where we give them access to all the information that is really needed to be able to make it over the 2-year red line that normally SMEs are they're actually the perception that SMEs don't make it over 2 years, but there is room to make it over 2 years. It's just a lack of information, lack of training. Training and development is really needed in every company, and it should be a continuous thing. You see, it's just not training today then tomorrow. No, it should be a continuous thing. That's why we want to be able to do training on all different levels, especially customer service that I keep on emphasizing, because if you don't offer good customer service, then customers will go. And also the basic knowledge of just entrepreneurship as well. Okay. Yes.
Lastly, just to wrap up our interview for today, if there was one thing, if you had to look back, one thing that you wish that you could have changed or that you wish you could have done differently, and some sort of advice to the next business or entrepreneur that you could tell today, what would that one thing be?
I think
It's quite a few, right?
Looking, okay, as I said, I don't really advise people always to start business on their own, like it's a one-person business. It's very difficult to also select partners that are really fully committed to your goal. But I would maybe advise people to say, if you know that you lack some specific skills in a certain industry, it's always advisable to partner. You know, one person is bigger, it's more strong. Two people are stronger than one person when you are partners. So I would have maybe teamed up with somebody that is really good on a specific areas that I'm not good at. But I don't say it's wrong that I started this, because I think my commitment as well, I mean, I'm here 7 years because of my one-person commitment, but I think I would have done better with a partner that is equally committed. And secondly, financing, I would say, if I look back on the 7 year when I started, the very first time when I started Esh-Ham, I could have done better in terms of financial discipline. You understand? I'm not saying about financial discipline, but it's just to say the basic skills of finance is cash flow management. And this way a lot of, as I said, there is other SMEs that have that do get access to funding from the very beginning. But when you read in the newspapers or other publications or entrepreneurs that write books, they'll tell you the very first thing they did was spend so much unnecessary. It's still cash flow management. You say, I could have done maybe better if I have all the knowledge from the very beginning on how to take care of my financing, how to expand in terms of grow my money from where it is to how, all this financial discipline, financial literacy. Let me put it this way. I think I could have been somewhere where I am not today. And maybe also just, let me say, you also need to know the number of, if you really need that in terms of your team. Many SMEs starts with a whole large number of people, just because you want to have that number. Yes. Sometimes you don't. I'm not saying not to create employment, but I'm saying you need to know if all the positions are needed in the organization, so that you can also save on different disciplines that you can actually merge. Right? Look, I work as a customer relationship manager, and I'm also the founder, meaning I'm running the company on the other side. But I don't need to hire a customer relationship manager just because I have to, or because I have to have 100 employees on the book to show that I am a big company. But I need to hire that certain individual because it's really needed. So, because the financing is needed also for other disciplines in the organization that will enable you to grow. Okay. So I would have cut out on a lot of things that I could have done better. But I mean, from 7 years from now, I know I can do better.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Well, with that said, I would like to end off with the important saying that we live to learn. Yes. So Esther, definitely I wish you all the best with the next 7 years of Esh-Ham Business Consultancy. Yes. And to our viewers, please make sure that you check out our social media pages. Follow us at careershub_NMH on Instagram and on Twitter. And also do not forget to like and share this video. So from me, Tunole Mungoba, and my guest here, Ms. Esther Hamukoto, see you next week.